Assalamualaikum and good day, my respectful Tafizah. My name is Muhammad bin YUZAIDEY from Group D. The name lists here are my group members. Today we will be discussing about one of the most significant environmental disaster in history, the Exxon Valdez oil spill in 1989, as our case study assignment. This incident was occurred on March 24, 1989 in the pristine waters of Prince William Sound, Alaska. The Exxon Valdez, an oil supertanker owned by Exxon Shipping Company, was involved in this environmental catastrophe. The spill resulted in the release of approximately 10.8 million US gallons of crude oil into the waters. To put this into perspective, the Exxon Valdez spill is the second largest oil spill in US waters. The sheer volume of crude oil had devastating consequences for the environment, wildlife, and local communities. Moving to the environmental issues of this incident, firstly, the spill had severe consequences for the ecosystem, with oil-coating shorelines, beaches, and marine habitats. The delicate balance of marine life was disrupted, leading to long-lasting environmental repercussions. Second, the impact of wildlife was staggering. An estimated of 250,000 to 500,000 seabirds, at least 1,000 of sea otters, and numerous fish and marine mammals lost their life. The oil affected their feathers, fur, and internal organs, making them vulnerable to hypothermia and toxicity. This incident also contributed to the long-term effects. The oil lingered in the environment for years, affecting organisms and ecosystems long after the initial spill. Some areas still bear signs of the contamination, highlighting the persistent and lasting impact of the ozone water spill. Next is local fisheries, particularly the herring population, were severely impacted. The collapse of herring stock in the aftermath of the spill has had long-lasting consequences for the region's economy, as many communities depend on the fishing. In terms of response challenges, cleanup efforts faced numerous challenges and some methods had environmental drawbacks. The use of high-pressure hot water washing and chemical dispersant disrupted the ecosystem and had limited success in fully removing the oil from affected areas. Lastly, this incident causes the legal and regulatory changes. In response to the Exxon Valdez spill, significant legal and regulatory changes were implemented. The Oil Pollution Act of 1990, OPA 90, was enacted in the United States, imposing stricter regulation on oil tankers and enhancing spill response capabilities.
Hello everyone, my name is Yao Guangzhi and my metric number is 29447. Today I want to talk about how the microorganisms was used to solve this problem. First one, Pseudomonas aeruginosa is a gram-negative bacterium that belongs to the genus Pseudomonas. Pseudomonas aeruginosa is a bacterium that occurs widely in the natural environment and can be found in a variety of environments such as soil, water bodies, plant surface, and insect. Pseudomonas aeruginosa is also used in some biotechnology fields because of its ability to produce a wide variety of enzymes and metabolites that can be used in the production of industrial enzymes and other chemicals. Secondly, Pseudomonas aeruginosa break down the petroleum products by utilizing specific metabolic pathways. These pathways typically include a series of enzyme-catalyzed reactions that break down petroleum compounds into smaller organic molecules, which are then further metabolized into intermediate products that bacteria are able to utilize. Pseudomonas aeruginosa produce a variety of oxidase and enzyme systems, including catechol oxidase. These enzymes act as catalysts during the degradation of petroleum, promoting the oxidation of organic matter into a form that's more easily metabolized by bacteria.
Alright, so I'm going to present on why was the microorganism used in that way. So based on the case study, there are two reasons why they use microorganisms. Okay, first one is eco-friendly. Okay, basically the goal of bioremediation, which is a technique where they use the microbes to remove any negative effects or consequence that can happen on the environment. So from this, general environmental system, and also the human health will gain benefit. Okay, other than that, bioremediation helps to improve soil health, and also it can purify water supplies. It is less invasive than other methods, but and also the bioremediation can help uh, um, can help to enhance any environmental problems without affecting the ecosystem. Okay, the second one is effective cleaning. Okay, based on the case study, they use fertilizers, um, fertilizers that can leads to the growth of naturally occurring microorganism in the environment. Okay, which is one of the which is they use the bioremediation technology and test during the event. Okay, so from that, some of the hazardous compounds in the oil can be naturally broken down by that bacteria. Okay, and also by applying the fertilizers can also boost the bacterial growth, because the bacteria can make more nitrogen and also phosphorus, and also it is necessary for the bacteria to use hydrocarbons as the food source to. Okay, so from that it can maximize the cleanup of the oil spills. Okay, now I'm going to explain about the concept behind the application. So basically, the concept is all about the steps they handle for the bioremediation technique. So basically, there are three main steps, which are nutrient application, pre-treatment, and also ecological effects and monitoring. Okay, first one is nutrient applications. So for the nutrient application, they use two types of fertilizers, which are oleophilic and also slow release soluble fertilizers. Okay, oleophilic fertilizers is a fertilizer that can grow bacteria to eat the oil spills, and slow release soluble fertilizers is a fertilizer that can slowly release the nutrients over time. Okay, so for the shorelines with cobbles and mixed sand and gravel, they advise to use both oleophilic and slow release soluble fertilizers. Okay, then according to the initial findings they got, uh, it indicates that the oleophilic fertilizer improved the removal of oil from gravel and cobblestone surfaces, which means the oleophilic fertilizer is more effective than the slow release soluble fertilizers. Okay, the next one is pre-treatment. For the pre-treatment, it is made sure that the physical cleaning must be done on heavily and moderately oiled shorelines in order for bioremediation to maximize the cleanup. Okay, and it is also advisable that um, the lightly oiled shorelines or the shorelines that has less oil content should not be cleaned up physically before applying the nutrients. All right, the next one and the last one is ecological effects and monitoring. The risk of oleophilic fertilizer induced algae bloom and direct damage to marine biota is highest in embassment that are inadequately flushed and protected. Okay, especially if a significant amount of the shorelines are being treated. So it is advisable that the mixing properties of the fertilizer should be determined before applying it when the bioremediation is being explored for such embayments. Okay, for the ecological effects and monitoring, these are the parameters that have been monitored uh, to ensure that there is no negative effects on the place. Okay. Now there are five of them, which are nitrogen and phosphorus nutrients, water sample toxicity, total aromatic hydrocarbon, total hexene extractable hydrocarbons in the water column, and the last one is plankton chlorophyll.
Thanks for giving me the floor. Alright, my name is Q with matrix number 206814. Now I will be presenting the key insight on the case study, like what we can actually learn from the case study. First of all, our understanding depends when we acknowledge the key role of the microorganisms, especially bacteria, in the mitigations of the oil spills. So these microscopic agents are naturally clean-up queue. What I mean is they are playing a crucial role in breaking down the hydrocarbon presence in the oil. So through their natural processes, microorganisms transform less harmful compound into less detrimental substances, which helps in the remediations of the oil contaminated environments. Moving forward, the environmental impact. Like realizing the long-term consequences of the oil spill is comparative. To be honest, the oil spill restorations is impossible. Like once a coastal or the marine ecosystem is broken, it cannot be fixed. And this realization instigates the urgent need to protect the spill injured ecosystem from additional harm, which giving it the best chance to recover naturally. And the third one is the preventative measures. The essence of the spill management lies in the proactive preventions, like emphasizing the importance of the early detections. We advocate for the implementations of the advanced monitoring technologies. And this system serves as a guardian which allows for the early identifications of the potential spill, which help to minimize the impact. In conclusion, what we can say is that the spill will occur. They cannot be cleaned up and they can cause a long-term damage. And of course, the restoration is impossible. So when we produce and transport the oil, they must be done with the highest possible safety regard. We need to use the oil much more efficiently and also stop wasting it. So, above all, we urgently need to keep our carbon habits and transitions to a sustainable society. That's all from us. Thank you and have a nice day.